What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Just got done watching the Game 7 for the San Antonio Spurs, the Oklahoma City Thunder. Want to give an extreme huge shout out to the San Antonio Spurs for defeating the defending champions on their home court. Final score was 111 to 103. Overall, for the Spurs, I don't really got a single bad thing to say about what you guys did for Game 7. Every single one of them stepped up. Even Keldon Johnson, who I was very happy with taking open threes, hit 2 of them in the fourth quarter where it mattered, right? We got Wemby with 20, Vassell 11, Wemby with 22, Champagnie had 20, Vassell 11, De'Aaron Fox 15, Stephon Castle 16. So their whole entire starting lineup had double-digit points. And Devin Vassell had like 9 of them in the first quarter, right? He was cooking for them. And Dylan Harper off the bench, he had 12, right? They have 2 people that are rookies, right? Now, Carter Bryant didn't get that much playing time in Game 7, but Dylan Harper has had, I think he had 27 minutes for playing time, and the others, he's had games where he's had 30-plus having starter minutes, right? That's ridiculous. To be a rookie, like the last time I've heard about this was not Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson. Like someone they can come in that ready to play for their team. Like this team, everyone's giving that stamp of they should not be here. That's for a reason. They should not be here. You got Wemby, who's 22 or something like that. Stephon Castle, who's 21. Dylan Harper, who's 20. Carter Bryant's 19. This is an extremely young team. And none of them are signed like that. Maybe Wemby has I don't really know what his deal is. Maybe he's been signed to a Supermax. I'm not too sure where he's at on his tenure. If he's on his 3rd year, he probably should be on some contract. But that's just one guy, right? You got people like Stephon Castle who, he may get a bag. I'm not too sure how they're going to treat his whole stuff in the offseason, but it's very similar to how OKC was last year, right? And then we were the mold, they perfected it pretty much. It is unfortunate. I'm not going to make any excuses. I've told you before, I'm an OKC fan. It would have been nice to have J-Dub and AJ Mitchell, and sure, maybe we could have won Game 7, but shoulda, woulda, coulda, right? You got to play with what you have, play with what's in front of you, and unfortunately, as Thunder fans and Thunder team, we did not get it done. Anybody that's going to critique SGA this game, I don't care what you say for games 1 through 6, you need to watch your mouth for Game 7, right? There were a few times where if you want to get onto his flopping antics, especially that one, which I still don't agree with, where, who was it? It may have been Devin Vassell or Stephon Castle, one of the two, that bid on a pump fake. Maybe it was Julian Champagnie, someone. Bid on a pump fake on a 3, and then he kind of did that one where he kind of moves to the side and jumps up. Not a fan of that, right? But other than that, he was literally the only person, besides Casey Wallace at the end of the fourth quarter, that wanted to show up and play the game. It's what you expect from the MVP, and unfortunately, his running mate, Chet Holmgren, who I don't... Oh, chill out. Chet Holmgren, he didn't show up. He didn't show up at all. I'm looking at his box score right now. Chet Holmgren had 33 minutes. As everyone knows, he had 4 points on 2 shot attempts with 4 rebounds. He did have a -3 plus-minus, which was, besides Kendrick Williams, tied for the best for the team. So there's that. If that matters to anybody, it doesn't matter to me. I don't care I don't know how you had a -3. His defense was solid enough, right? I wouldn't quit. His defense was solid enough, but 2 shots as an All-NBA 3rd team and an All-Star this year is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. That is not how you play a Game 7. They were leaving him open. You know how bad it is to be statistically, based off the awards, a top 15 player in the league, and you do something like that where you are wide open on a jumper and you pass out multiple times because his shot is so damn slow. If he could speed his jump shot up by probably 25%, 20%, he would be such a better player because he has all the tools. Chet Holmgren is a good player. He was very deserving of his All-Star nod this year. He's very deserving of the All-NBA this year. Yeah, he probably got the All-NBA because of injuries, but that's one of the best things you can have as a player is availability, which he didn't even have his first year. He missed his whole first season, right? But to take 2 damn shots in a Game 7 where your team needs you, you let the Thunder down. And I don't want to put the blame completely on one person. There were other people, right? Lou Dort has had a horrendous series. He hit 1 3, which was an actual good 3. If anyone's been watching these games, they've seen Lou Dort take logo threes. I know Spurs fans are extremely happy every time they saw Lou Dort get the ball because he was going to do something stupid, right? I was upset. The rest of America was happy, right? So, good job, Lou Dort, for pleasing the other 49 states that was trying to, root for the San Antonio Spurs. Huge shout out to Casey Wallace in that fourth quarter. That man was on a burner. He could not miss. 4 threes in the fourth quarter when I think he had 3 points going into the fourth quarter. That is insane. He had us in a backpack for that. Shea was there, but Shea's visibly gassed. He has done everything he can. He's not been able to have any rest. Anytime he'd go out, the Spurs was going to run. And the moment that this game ended, officially, was when Isaiah Hartenstein got the steal and Luke Cornett got a chase down block. No shade to Luke Cornett. I've liked Luke Cornett ever since, the Cornett contest, where he's been doing this at the Celtics, where, he jumps up, whatever. It's cool, it's funny, and it worked a little bit, right? This wasn't a Cornett contest. This was a Cornett chase down block. I don't know how old he is. He's always seemed older than he actually is, right? So maybe he's 30-something, maybe he's 25. I really don't know how old he is, but I know he's not the most agile, right? To get chased down block, this isn't no LeBron James, blocked by James. This is worse. This is worse because LeBron James is a freak specimen. This man's been rumored to be on HGH for 20 years because of how much of a demonic presence he is when it comes to his athleticism. Luke Cornett does not scream athleticism to anybody, right? He's just a good role player, right? His nickname's like, him and Wemby are like French Vanilla. Like, that's their nickname, right? Let French Vanilla chase down block you when we were down by 6. I'm not saying Hartenstein, we could have got a score on that, you know what I mean? But could have slowed down and got it within 4. Could have changed the momentum of the game right there. But chase down blocks are chase down blocks. I think anybody that's watched this game will now know that a chase down block can legit swing the momentum. Because they went up to 11 immediately after that, right? It's ridiculous. Jared McCain did shoot the ball extremely well. He shot 5 for 12, but 2 for 7 from 3. I'm not going to say they were bad misses, but I won't. After seeing what Chet did where he was so hesitant, I'm happy we had a guy like Jared McCain that would actually go out there and take shots, right? Anyone that's willing, especially in a Game 7, this guy's also pretty much a rookie, right? Because he got injured his rookie year. I don't know if he was leading the leading the Rookie of the Year race, but he was up there. And everyone's a big fan of Jared McCain, who's on the Philadelphia 76ers. This is also a second year. This is a guy that's similar to Stephon Castle, where these guys are not, they shouldn't be where they are in terms of how confident they are. Maybe this is a thing that's shifting when it comes to the league and stuff like that, where these second year, third year guys, we don't really need to hold that sort of pedigree to them anymore, where it's oh, well, you gotta have playoff experience, right? We saw Jared McCain single-handedly win at least 2 games throughout these playoffs. He's been a freak of nature from downtown. He's a deep threat. So I don't got much to say about him. Alex Caruso, unfortunately, shot 3 for 14. And I know at some point, I don't know how many shots he had before that wrist injury where he tried to yam it on Wemby, and then his wrist hit the rim. 1 for 6 from 3. It just wasn't that good of a game from Caruso when it comes to shooting splits. However, you don't really, if you're expecting Caruso to do what he did game 1 every single game, that's on you. That is that's an anomaly. You should not be expecting that. He did have 12, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 turnovers, unfortunately, so that's not the greatest. But he did it all. Alex Caruso, every single game, did it all. Personally, I may be in the minority here when it comes to any hard fouls. I know a lot of people were upset with the Alex Caruso chase that attempt on Stephon Castle. Very remnant of what happened in Game 2, Game 3. I don't remember which one it is, even though it happened a week ago. I apologize. I felt like it was a play on the ball because anytime that someone likes to bring up, when you swipe down and your arm is fully extended, right? People like to say it's not a play on the ball. I felt like it was. It's a weird medium ground, right? Because if you have your full arm extension on a swipe down, it could be considered a follow-through, which could be a result for a flagrant one. So I don't really know where I stand with those rules, because it's a very common, if someone's on a fast break, how many times have you seen somebody, especially, I brought up LeBron James earlier, where the amount of times LeBron James was held, right? They didn't want him to score laps. They literally grabbed this man from behind, took both their arms and pulled down, right? Trying to make him stop that layup. and everyone knows that one where he made it, right? Stuff like that, where it's a good hard foul, is the way I look at it. Now, if you want to disagree with me, explain why it's a flagrant. There was that, I don't know if it was Stephon Castle kind of like moving at the same time, but there was a little bit where Alex Cruz kind of like had him, and it kind of looked like he pulled him down with him. If that's what you want to call flagrant, go for it. I'm okay with that. I was very confused on just like how that happened, how that like transpired, stuff like that, because it looked weird from the way I looked at it. But I don't think the swipe down on the arm, I felt like that was for the ball or going for the ball. And even if it's not like directly near the ball, it's on the arm going for the layup. It ain't like he like purposely went for the shoulder. Like he's going for some part of the body that's going up for the layup. So that's my 2 cents on it. Like I said, you can let me know in the comments, whoever wants to watch, or whoever's watching the video, if I'm wrong. That's perfectly fine with me. Enough but the Thunder. It sucks, you know. Like I said, as fans of the team, it ain't how we wanted to go out. But one good thing that I can say is I don't have any animosity towards San Antonio Spurs, and this does mean that we'll have a new champion ever since the 2018 Golden State Warriors. So it's either going to be the San Antonio Spurs or the New York Knicks, and I am perfectly fine with any of those teams winning. Even if the Spurs beat us, that doesn't mean I need to root against them, right? Like, I'm not a bitter Lakers fan. If you're a legit Lakers fan, I apologize, but, you know, there's a lot of Lakers fans that are rooting on OKC's downfall after we swept them, right? I don't feel that same way. I don't. Spurs beat us fair and square. Like I said, I'm not bringing up any injuries, anything like that. They beat us fair and square. They played a fantastic Game 7. And before I sign off on this, I want to give a huge shout out to De'Aaron Fox. He hit some very timely buckets. He had 0 turnovers. He ended up with 2. I don't really know when that happened. Maybe Reggie Miller lied to me. I don't know. He said there was like 0 turnovers for him like in the 4th quarter. But just because he had 15 points doesn't necessarily mean that's tail to tape for De'Aaron Fox. I've been a little hard on him, critiquing him this series. I know I've only started since Game 5, but I felt like he played the best that he could. He hit a lot of good shots. He wasn't missing those gimmies. He slowed the game down, and he was a true point guard. If you were Victor Wembanyama, you couldn't ask for anything more, right? De'Aaron Fox held it down. And he went 3 for 7 on threes, which that is, for De'Aaron Fox, that's 42%. That's really good for De'Aaron Fox. And there was that one that was tough. Like, it was like a step back. It was tough. But yeah. Good to see my good old Kentucky boys, De'Aaron Fox, Keldon Johnson showed out in Game 7. You know, I wish him luck. I wish Anthony Towns luck in the playoff or in the finals for this. That's about all I can root for now. It's just, you know, my Kentucky boys trying to get a championship and stuff like that. But yeah, that's all I got when it comes to that. Good job, San Antonio Spurs. Proud of all y'all. You know, next year, depending on what happens, if you want to, your team will stay. The Thunder may make some changes. It should be competitive. I'm hoping this is a competitive rivalry for time to come. And we'll see y'all next year. Other than that, yep, it was a good game, good series, and I'll see y'all later.